In this video tutorial, you'll learn how to make a job portal online using WordPress. Starting your own website can be kind of scary, especially if you don't have a lot of technical knowledge. But don't sweat it. We've helped thousands of people create their own websites online using WordPress. So we put together the most comprehensive step-by-step guide. That way you can get started on making your website right away. You should follow this tutorial all the way through the end because I'll show you everything you need to know in order to create and run a successful job portal online. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to do things like purchase a domain name and hosting plan, install and customize a theme, as well as how to create pages, menus, and so much more. If you follow this tutorial all the way to the end, you'll end up with a beautiful, functional website that'll look something like this. This is the home page. This is the first page that a viewer will see when they open your website. You can see the cookie bar here, which you'll learn to add in this video. You can see the logo updated here, and this will also be taught in this tutorial. Next is the contact page. The contact page here displays all the contact information like your contact number, address, and the location. Visitors can fill up this form to contact us for their customized queries. Moving to the third page is the About page. You can use this page to give the customers a little insight about you and your services and how it's different from your competitors. Now, the Job page is where visitors can browse, search, and filter job listings. The functionality is added by the plugin which we will use in this video. Next is the Job Dashboard page, which is created to allow employees to manage their job listings directly from a page on your website instead of requiring them to log into the admin area. Coming next is the Post a Job page, which allows employees to post jobs directly from a page on your website instead of requiring them to log into the admin area. And finally, you have the Privacy Policy page. A privacy policy page is a document required by law that discloses the information you collect about visitors on your website. This makes the process of creating a job portal very easy. So, now I'll show you how you can create this beautiful job portal in just a few easy steps. But before we get started, we post WordPress-related content regularly, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads. Now, let's get to it. The very first step to creating a website is buying a domain name and a hosting plan. So, the very first step of creating a website is buying a domain and hosting. The domain is the name of your website, for example, www.yourwebsite.com, and the hosting is what puts your website on the internet. Right now, I'm on the FixRunner website. Here, we will first search for the domain we're looking for to see if it's available or not. I'll link this in the description below. Now, here, enter the name of the domain you want. So I'll just type FixRunner.com. Then click on Search. And as you can see, we get a notification that this domain is available and we can register it. So now let's move on to step 2, which is to buy hosting and domain. Click here to get hosting and domain. And you'll be redirected to SiteGround. SiteGround, in my opinion, is one of the best hosting providers out there, so we will be using SiteGround to buy our domain and hosting. And now scroll down a bit, and we see SiteGround offers 3 plans: the Startup, Grow Big, and Go Geek. For beginners, the Startup plan is more than enough. It offers one website, that is, you can use one domain with this plan. It gives 10 gigabytes of web space, 10,000 monthly visits, unmetered traffic, free SSL, and much more. The other plans offer more features, but for beginners, the Startup plan is sufficient. So click on Get Plan. And here we have to register a new domain. So here, type in the name of the domain you want. If you want your site to be .in or .org instead of .com, You can select that from here. Then click on Proceed. Now here, first you'll have to enter your account information, which you will then use to log in to SiteGround. Then the client information is your domestic information, like address, name, and phone number. Then finally we have the payment information. Enter your card details there. Then here you can review your purchase information. You can review the hosting services. And as you can see, the plan is a startup. If you want to change the plan, you can do so now. Then select the period you want to buy the plan for. Since I'm not going to use this domain much, I'll just choose 1 month. But I recommend you to choose a longer plan as they'll be cheaper as compared to the short-term plans. You can also change the data center from here. SiteGround also provides some extra services if you want, like domain privacy and an SG site scanner. They're charged additionally outside the domain and hosting plan. Then finally scroll down and click here to confirm the terms and service. And you can enable this as well if you want to receive SiteGround news and special offers by email. Then click on Pay Now. Now, SiteGround will first verify your phone number. So you can choose how you want to verify your number. I'll choose the text message option. Then click on Next. Enter the code you received. And then click on Next. And now you have to verify your credit card. SiteGround will perform a small test authorization, so click on Next. And now you have to enter the authorization amount, which you can check for in your bank statement or contact your bank for it. After you've entered the authorization amount, click on Next. And you get redirected to this page, and here it says the order was submitted and your account is now being created. You just have to wait for a few minutes. And now, as you can see, the account was created. Let's now move on to the customer area. So now that we have the domain name and hosting plan, we're going to install WordPress. This is the home page. Let's start by clicking here on the Setup site. Now here, select Start a new website and choose WordPress. Now you have to set up the login details, which you will use to access the back end of your site. Here, again, SiteGround has an upsell where you can add the SG site scanner and domain privacy for extra charges. I'll just skip all that and click on Finish. The site is being created. Just wait for a couple minutes. Now let's start managing the site by visiting the Site Tools. This is the SiteGround dashboard. On the left-hand side, click on WordPress. Then click on Install and Manage. Scroll down to Manage Installation. Here you can see the domain name we purchased. Click here on this icon under Actions. Click on Start Now. And here we have to select a theme for our website. But let's skip this for now and let's log into the back end of our website. So this is our WordPress dashboard. And let's see how the website looks right now. Just click on Visit Site here. And this is our website right now. It has the default theme and no content. After installing WordPress, the first thing we'll do is install an SSL certificate. Before we start customizing the site, you can see here beside our domain, it says our connection is not secure. This is because we have not installed an SSL certificate on our site. To do that, let's go back to the SiteGround dashboard. Then click on Security. And then click on the SSL Manager. Then click here to select the SSL. Choose the Let's Encrypt Wildcard SSL. This is free with the startup plan. Then click on Get. And once the SSL is installed for our domain, now to finish up this process, we will install a plugin to make sure everything works correctly. So, back in your WordPress dashboard, go to Plugins, then click on Add New. In the search bar, type Really Simple SSL and press Enter. This is the plugin we will be using. It has a very good rating, and it's also compatible with our version of WordPress. So click on Install Now to start the installation. Once the installation is complete, this button will change to Activate. Then click on it to activate the plugin as well. Now we're redirected to the Plugins page. This is where you can manage all the installed plugins on your site. Now here you have this blue button that says Go ahead, activate SSL. Click on this button. You'll need to log in back to your dashboard after the SSL is activated. But before that, let's go to the website. And I'll just reload the site. And you can see it says the connection is now secure. So the SSL certificate was installed and activated successfully. Now let's log in back to our website's dashboard. We've got our SSL certificate, so now we'll install a theme for our website. This is where we will customize our website. From here we can add posts, add pages, install plugins, etc. These icons are appearing because of some plugins installed on our site, so let's disable them first. Go to Plugins, then click on Installed Plugins. SiteGround automatically adds these 3 plugins, so I'll just select these 3 plugins, then click here on Bulk Action, and select Deactivate. Then click on Apply. And if you notice, once these plugins were deactivated, the plugin icons were also removed from our dashboard. Now let's start by installing a theme. But we will not use a simple theme. The theme I'm going to show you lets you import a whole website that you can further customize according to your need. So go to Appearance, then click on A Theme. Then click here on Add New. Now here you have a list of themes that you can install. But we will search for a particular theme called Astra. This is the theme. You can click here to preview this theme. As you can see, this theme has a very good rating. So now click on Install to start the installation. And then when the button changes to Activate, click on it to activate the theme. Now here you see it says that Astra comes with dozens of ready-to-use templates. So to get them, click here to get started. This will install the Started Templates plugin on your website. Wait for a few seconds while the plugin is installed and activated. Now you have to select a page builder. The easiest page builder to use is Elementor. So let's select that. Now here you can look through these templates and select the one which you like. There are free options and premium options as well. Since I want to create a job portal in WordPress, I'll search for a template that looks more like one. You can also search the same under categories given over here. You can select any of the templates given over here. So let's select this template over here. Clicking on it, you can see the preview. This is how your website template is going to appear. Here you can see this page comes with the home page, about page, service page, projects page, and a contact page. Now, you can add your logo from here. To do so, simply click on Upload File here, and you can just select one from the media library or upload one as per your need. Once uploaded, click on Select. You can see your website logo has been updated here. Moving further, you can customize the logo with as well using this option here. Once everything is done here, let's click on Continue. Then here, select the colors for your website. You can choose from these palettes here. You can see the preview here. You can change the colors as per your choice. Once done, scrolling a little, here you can change the font for the website from here. You can see the changes in the preview. Then click on Continue. You have to fill in some information here, like your name, your work email, etc. Let me fill in all these details here. And once I'm done, I'll click on Submit and Build My Website button over here. Now your site is being imported. Wait for a few minutes while your site is being imported. And once it's done, click on View Site. And as you can see, a wonderful and professional site has been imported. This makes the process of creating a website a lot easier. After theme installation is done, it's time to customize our theme. Now it's time to customize the theme. You can simply click on this Customize button over here. This is where we will customize the whole theme, so you'll be able to see the changes in the preview on the right side here. Any changes here will be made on the global level. That is, any changes you make here will appear on your whole site. Also, these settings might be a little bit different for you. That's because this depends on the theme you're using. First, let's go to the global setting. Here you have various options: typography, colors, container, button, and block editor. Let's start with typography. You can change the preset from here. Here you can change the fonts and text on your website. You can configure these settings on your own. Now let's go back, and we'll look into the color setting. Here you can change the colors on your site. We already changed the colors on our site, but if you want to change them again, you can choose from the palettes here. Or change the theme color, link color, etc. from here. You can even change surface colors here. Then we have the container settings. Here you can configure the layout of the site, but it's best to leave these settings to default. So now let's look into the button settings. Here you can change the buttons preset. You can see the changes from here. And you can also change the text color and background color from here. You can even change the border color. You can even change the button font from here. On scrolling a little, you can configure other button settings like padding, border width, border radius, etc. You can also configure block editor settings and make changes as per your requirement here. Now, let's go all the way back. And now let's go to the header builder settings. This is the header of the website, and you'll be able to preview the changes here. Then click on the site logo and title. Here you can add the logo of your business. I've already added a logo earlier, but in case you want to change the same, you can do it from here. You can also set the site title from here. You can even enable or disable the site title by using this toggle switch here. And you can see it here. You can enable or disable the inline logo and the site title as well. Then the next is the site tagline. This will appear as your website title as well. Everything can be customized here. The last setting is the site icon or fave icon, which is this small icon that appears near your website title. You can set that from here. Simply click here, and now click on the Select Site icon. I'm uploading one from my system. Once done, simply click on Select. You can see the fave icon has been changed here. Now, go all the way back. And then we have the breadcrumb settings, which you can configure on your own. Moving back, then we have the blog settings. Here you can configure the blog post structure if you have blog posts on your site. You can choose what you want to display in the post structure and meta settings. And you can also do the same for the single posts. Moving back, now we have page-related settings, where you can select the container layout as well as the sidebar layout. You can set everything as per your choice. Then we have the sidebar settings. The sidebar is disabled for this theme, but if you want to display it, you can display it from here. You can set the sidebar width also if the sidebar is enabled. Now let's go back and let's look into the footer builder settings. Here you have the footer layout. You can edit all these widgets just by clicking on this icon. So if you want to edit anything, you can click on this icon and then make changes here accordingly. You can simply click on this pen icon here and change the text from here like this. Then in the performance settings, you can choose to load Google fonts from here. You can also preload local fonts. Moving to site identity, here you can edit the site title, fave icon, and tagline. We've already configured these settings, so let's move back. Now, let's look into the menu settings. You can see the menu named Navigation here, which is our primary menu. And this is the menu that's displayed here. You can click on a menu item to edit it. You can add a navigation label, title attribute, a CSS class, etc. You can adjust the position of the menu items by using drag and drop functionality, like this. To add more menu items, click here on the Add Items button. You can add more menu items like pages, posts, landing pages, or custom links from here, like this. To remove a menu item, simply click on it and then click on the Remove link here. You can see the changes here in the menu. You can also configure the widget settings from here. Moving back, you can configure the homepage settings as well. You can see various related settings here. You can set any page as your home page. Under Additional CSS settings, you can add a custom CSS code to customize your website. You can see how your website will look on different devices from here. It's important to make your website look good on all devices because most users use phones. Don't forget to click on Publish to save all the changes we made. Let's view the website from the front end now. You can see how beautiful the website looks. You can see the primary menu here. This is how easy it is to customize your website. So now we'll learn how to install and configure the WP Job Manager plugin. Once done with customizing, it's now time to install and configure the WP Job Manager plugin for adding job board-like functionality to your WordPress site. It allows recruiters to register on your website and post their job listings. Job hunters can also manage their listings from a simple dashboard. To install the plugin, simply move back to the WordPress admin dashboard. Hover over Plugins and then click on Add New. Here in the search box, simply search for the WP Job Manager plugin. From the list of various plugins here, we're looking for this plugin. So, simply click on Install Now. Once done installing, now click on Activate. Now, let's run the Setup Wizard and configure the plugin. Simply click on this button over here. This is the intro. Simply click on Start Setup. This plugin creates 3 pages when installed and activated. First is the Post a Job page, which allows employees to post jobs directly from a page on your website instead of requiring them to log in to the admin area. You can uncheck the box if you don't want this functionality. Second is the Job Dashboard page, which is created to allow employees to manage their job listings directly from a page on your website instead of requiring them to log into the admin area. You can also uncheck the box if you don't want this functionality. The third is the Job page, where visitors can browse, search, and filter job listings. So, there's so much that this plugin serves. As the plugin makes use of shortcodes for adding visitor-facing content to your site, you're free to either create new pages or insert the shortcodes into the existing posts and pages on your site. I'm going to simply click on this button here, Create Selected Pages, because I want this plugin to create new pages. So, now the plugin has created all 3 pages. Let's have a look. Simply hover over to Pages and click on All Pages. You can see all 3 pages here. These pages contain the respective shortcodes. Let's view the pages by clicking on the respective View link. First, here is the Job Dashboard page. For now, we don't have the active listing, that's why the page is empty here. Once we have listed jobs on our website, we'll see them here. You can also click on Add Job button over here and add a job. Moving next to the Job page, here the visitors can search and view jobs. Visitors can also select from the categories given over here. Next is the Post a Job page, which contains a form that needs to be filled out for posting a job. For now, I'll show you how an administrator can create a job listing. Later in this video, I'll also show you how employees can post jobs. Now, let's add these pages to the website's header menu. To do so, let's move back. Hover over the appearance and click on Menus. I'm simply going to remove some pages from here, since I don't need them for now. So, let me remove the Services and Project page. Now let's select the pages from here, and then click on Add to Menu button. Once done, don't forget to save the menu. Let's now view the website from the front end and check the menu. On refreshing the page, you can see the updated menu here. So, this was all about how to install and activate this plugin and how to configure it. After configuring the plugin, we'll now learn how to edit the pages. It's now time to edit the pages and make them look more beautiful. You can see various pages we have that have already been added to the menu here. We'll use the Elementor editor to edit the pages on the site because Elementor provides a lot more customization options than the default WordPress editor. We're going to edit the home page first. To do so, click here on the Edit page. Now simply click on the Edit with Elementor button over here. So, as of now, this is how the home page looks. You can change all the text background images on this page over here. For example, to change the image here in the background, all you need to do is go to the section settings like this. Now, under the Style tab, you can change the background image from here. To do so, simply click on it. And now you can either select the image from the media library or upload one as per your requirement. So let me upload an image. You can upload multiple images to be used later. Once images are uploaded, simply select any image and click on Insert Media. You can see the background image has been updated here. To change this subheading over here, simply click on it, or you can also click on the respective pen icon and edit it like this. You can also edit this heading over here. To configure button settings, click on it. On the left, you can edit the button text and see all related settings. You can also add a link to this button here. To do so, let's move to the pages and click on All Pages. I want to add a link to the job page within this button. So, simply click on the View button. And now let's copy the URL of this page from here. Moving back to the page editor, simply paste the link here like this. You can configure other settings from here. You can simply edit the button label like this. You can change the button size from here. Alignment settings can also be configured from here. Let's now scroll down to another section, and you can edit everything given over here. To change these images over here, simply go to the settings by clicking on the pen icon given over here. And then click on the image here, and you can select the image from the media library or upload a new image. It's all up to you. Once selected, simply click on Insert Media. You can see this is how easy it is. Let's edit the headings and text over here and make this website more customized. I'm also going to change the button text from here like this. I want this button to be linked to post a job page that we created earlier. So, let's go to that page. Simply copy the link from here. Okay, and moving back to the page editor, simply paste the link over here. Similarly, I'm going to change this image as well. So let's select one from the media library. And now that we've done that, let's change the text over here. And I'm going to change the button text as well. And again, repeating the process, we're going to add a link to this button. So let me copy the jobs page link and paste it here like this. And then scrolling to the next section, let's change the background image. Go to the section Settings, and then under the Style tab, go to the Image Settings. Now, simply select the image from the media library and click on Insert Media. You can see the image has been changed over here. Let me edit the heading over here. And we'll add the link to this button as well. Moving to the next section, let me change all of the images here. I'll edit this heading here as well. You can see the website is now looking like a job portal. Once done, don't forget to update the changes. So the homepage is now customized as per our needs. Using the Finder, let's navigate to another page. Let's move to the About page. You can see this on the About page. Let's edit the background image here. And scrolling down, let's change this image here as well. Once everything is in place, simply click on the Update button. It's now time to navigate to another page. Let's move to the Contact page. This is how the Contact page looks right now. I'm simply changing the background image here. You can see the change here. Scrolling down, you can change all of these contact details here. To edit social icons here, simply go to their settings. You can simply add an icon by clicking on the respective button. Here, you can either select an icon from the icon library or upload an SVG file. So let's select one from the media library. And once we've done that, we'll click on Insert. You can see the contact form here, which is embedded using the form shortcode. The form is created using the WP Forms plugin. In case you want to change the form here, you need to move to the WordPress dashboard. Hover over WP Forms and click on Add New. You can see various form templates here that you can use. I'm going to select the Simple Contact Form template. This is the Form Builder area. Here you can add more fields or edit the existing ones. To edit any field, click on it. Here you can edit the field. Like you can edit the label name, and you can even set the format of the field. You can configure the field settings of any fields over here and make changes. You can add more fields from here. Once everything is in place, don't forget to save the form. Let's now embed the form. To do so, simply click on the Embed button over here, and we're going to embed this form using the form shortcode, so click on Use Form Shortcode here. Simply copy the shortcode from here. Moving back, you can even copy the shortcode from here. Let's move to the page editor. And we're going to replace the shortcode here. You can see that this is how easy it is to create a form and embed it. Once everything's done, let's click on the Update button. Now let's view the website from the front end. You can see that this is how beautiful the homepage of our website looks. Clicking on this button here will redirect you to this page. You can see the button over here in the header, which does not contain any links for now. To add a link to this button, simply click on Customize here. And clicking on this button in the header, you can add the link here. So let's copy the link to the specific page, and we'll paste it over here like this. You can change the text of the button as well. Everything is so easy, and it can all be customized. Once done, simply click on the Publish button. Let's view the website from the front end. On clicking this button in the header, you get redirected to this page. So this is how easy it is to edit the pages. And after editing the pages, we'll now see how to create a job listing. To create a job listing, let's move back to the WordPress dashboard. First, I'm going to show you how an admin can create the job listing. Here, simply hover over Job Listings in the sidebar and click on All Jobs. As of now, the page is empty because we don't have any job listings. To create one, click on Add New here. You can see this is the form that the administrator needs to fill for creating a job posting. This form is the same as the form given over here on the Post a Job page. The administrator can either fill this form from the front end or fill the form in the back end and create job listings. Now let's fill out the form in the back end. Here you need to enter the job position. Then is the job location, company name, etc. You'll simply need to fill in all the details given over here to make it easy for visitors to know more and more about the job. You can also add social media links And you can even mark this listing as a featured listing. You can even check this box beside position filled, as filled listings then no longer accept applications. You can also fill this box if it's a remote position. You can mention the listing expiry date as well. Everything's all up to you. Once done, let's publish the job listing. It's time to view the listing from the front end. You can see all the details here, like the job position, location, website link, and YouTube video link that we added. As we checked the box beside the position filled, you can see it here. It says this position has been filled. Now visitors won't be able to submit their applications for this listing. Unchecking that box will add a button over here. Visitors can simply apply by clicking on that button. Moving to the job page and refreshing the same, you can see the job listing here as we checked the box beside the featured listing. Visitors can even search for the keywords or the job location here. You can see the results. For now, let's uncheck the box beside the position filled. Let's move back to the listing we made in the back end. To edit this job listing, click on the pen icon here. Simply uncheck the box here. Once done, click on the Update button. Now you can visit the page and check the job listing with the button to apply. Clicking on it will display an email ID on which visitors can share their resume and mandatory details to apply for that particular job. This was all about how an administrator can create a job listing. Now I'll show you how the employees can create the job listing without signing into the admin area. To do so, I'm going to open this URL in incognito mode, as here I'm logged in as an administrator. And you can see this is how the page will be displayed to potential employees. Now, to allow employees to create job listings, administrators have to enable some settings first. To do so, let's move back to the WordPress admin area. Hover over Job Listings and click on Settings. You can see various tabs here. Under the General tab, you can see various related settings and configure them on your own. Under the Job Listings tab, you can see various relative settings. All these are self-explanatory here. Under the Job Submission tab, you need to enable these settings by checking the box. This will allow employees to create their accounts and post jobs. You can set the account role as well. Once everything is in place and done with the settings, don't forget to save it. Now let's move to the Post a Job page and check how it appears for the employees. For now, I'm signed in as an administrator, so let me sign out first. You can see that it's asking here to enter the email address and create an account first. Employees simply need to enter their email address here. So let's make a test entry here. And let's create the job posting. Once done, simply save it as a draft. And if you want to see how the job will be displayed on the front end, you can preview it. You can see this is how job postings will be displayed. Now let's move back, and clicking on this job dashboard page, you can see the job listing here. On the job page, we can't find the job listing made because it needs to be verified first. Once verification is done, only then it'll be displayed here in the front end. One needs to verify the email address and then it will be published and displayed on the jobs page to visitors. This was all about how an employee can create a job listing. Now that you know how to create a job listing, we're going to create a privacy policy. A privacy policy page is a document that's required by law, and it discloses the information you collect about visitors on your website. It's recommended to add a privacy policy page to your website, whether you're a blogger, freelancer, or a business owner. So, to create one, in your dashboard, go to Settings, then click on Privacy. Here you have two options. You can either create a privacy policy page or use an existing page from here. So let's click on Create to create one. And as you can see, a privacy policy template was loaded. You can edit this page as per your privacy policy. Then click on Publish. Now let's add this to our menu. Back in the dashboard, go to Appearance, then click on Menus. Search for the privacy policy page here. Simply add it to the menu like this. Once added, don't forget to save the menu. Now I'm just going to reload the site, and the menu item was added. You can see the privacy policy menu item here. When I click on it, I'm redirected to the privacy policy page. We're almost there, but we're not quite done yet. One of the last but most important things to do is to add a cookie bar for our website. So, we're almost done. The last thing we need to do is add a cookie bar. Cookies are small files containing data sent by a website to store in the user's browser. Cookies are widely used on the web for storing information and providing a personalized browsing experience to users. So, we're going to add a cookie bar on the site to get consent from the users to accept cookies. To do this, we'll use a plugin. Let's move back to the dashboard, go to Plugins, then click on Add New. In the search bar, type cookies and press Enter. This is the plugin. Click on Install Now to start the installation. As you can see, this plugin has a very good rating and is also compatible with our version of WordPress. Once the installation is complete, this button changes to Activate. Click on it to activate the plugin. Now, once done, click on the cookies in the sidebar. Here you see the server status is active and the law is selected to GDPR. Under the cookie banner, you can select the consent template. Under Layout Settings, you can select the layout of the banner you want, and then you can see the preview accordingly like this. Once the layout is selected, under Content and Colors, you can set the color scheme. You can enable banner previews and check the changes here. Select any options that suit your requirement. Under Cookie Notice Settings, you can edit the title and the message. You can even edit the content and background colors from here. On scrolling, you can see various related settings that you can configure, and it's all up to you. Once everything is in place, simply click on Publish Changes. Now, let's check the website from the front and see the plugin in action. Let me open up the URL in incognito mode. When loaded, you can see the cookie banner here. This is how the plugin works. And that's it. These are all the steps required to make a beautiful job portal in WordPress. If you face any problem or you need help, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.